Hello everyone, it's Enigma here, and welcome to the top 10 best Super Smash Bros. Stages. Yesterday I talked about what I consider to be the worst Smash Bros. Stages. Today we're gonna focus on the more positive sides on the Smash stages, and what the Smash stages should be. I'm very excited to talk about this one because, you know, I love Smash Brothers, obviously, and I just love all of its stages that it has to offer, and I really love it. So anyways, I'm very excited. Again, you know, like I said in the last video, this is all my opinion, so if you see a stage that you like, that you don't see on this list, I'm sorry, but this list was very hard to make. There were so much stages I wanted to include on this list, but just decided against it. But yeah, this was a very hard list to make. So, guys, I hope you know, don't get too worked up over it, because it was really hard to make. Anyways, with that out of the way, let's just go ahead and start. So anyways, let's go on to the number 10 spot. And at my number 10 spot, I have Rainbow Road from Super Smash Bros. 3DS. I love this stage. This stage is actually pretty beautiful, even on the 3DS. I like how, you know, it references, like, one of the best Mario Karts in all of Mario Kart, which is probably Mario Kart 7's Rainbow Road. Just the atmosphere, and, you know, just all of the, it just looks so beautiful. And also, I like these type of traveling stages, because, you know, instead of having to, like, move left or right or up and down, you know, you're just on a moving platform, and those stages I'm totally fine with. These are the type of traveling stages we should see more of. You know, I just love, you know, how we can just travel and just see everything in the stage. Like, it's much better than just moving left or right or up and down. Like, I love, you know, this type of formula, and this is definitely my favorite Mario Kart track in Smash Brothers. Like, it is a shame that it didn't return in Smash Ultimate, which is kind of surprising to me. I thought the stage would have returned for sure, but unfortunately it didn't, and, you know, that's fine. You know, I could still, you know, load up my 3DS and play this beautiful stage. You know, this stage is beautiful. I love it. But yeah, my number 10 spot is definitely Rainbow Road. Anyways, let's go on to the number 9 spot. And at my number 9 spot, I have Side from Melee. I love this stage, man. I love it. And I'm so glad it returned in Ultimate finally. I love looking at this stage. This stage is beautiful. I like how, you know, there's, like, a huge UFO that appears in the sky, and, like, you can literally fight on the UFO. I like that. And, you know, the platforms aren't as annoying as, like, other stages that I talked about in my worst Smash Brothers stages. Like, I still managed to make the platforms. Like, I just like the layout. You know, there's no annoying hazards on this. You know, it's just a beautiful looking city at the nighttime, and, you know, it's definitely one of those stages I love playing. Like, Side. When I saw that it was returning in Ultimate, I was like, yes, finally, Side is back. Like, I like this stage. It's definitely one of my favorites from all of Smash Brothers, and it's definitely one of my favorites from Melee. Like, Side is just such a good stage. I like it. It's just, this stage is really beautiful, and I'm glad it returned in Ultimate. So, yeah, number 9 is definitely Side. Anyways, let's go on to my number 8 spot. And at my number 8 spot, I have Shadow Moses Island from Brawl. So this is basically, like, the first stage to come from a third-party franchise in all of Smash Brothers. Because obviously, Snake was the very first third-party fighter to ever be in Smash Brothers. And, you know, when this stage was revealed alongside him, everyone was, like, freaking out that they could, like, play on, you know, a stage from Metal Gear. Like, that was pretty hype back then. And, you know, the fact that, you know, Snake is back in Ultimate and the stage is back as well, it looks really clean and crisp. Like, this stage is a lot of fun to play on. Like, I love breaking the little side barriers on each side. You know, I like the little Metal Gear references that, you know, pop up out of, like, the stage, like, and break the stage. Like, it looks so cool. But definitely one of my favorite parts about the stage is that the secret taunts that you can use with Snake, with the codec conversations, that can be done on this stage, and I love this stage. This stage is definitely one of the more funner stages. Like, I just like breaking the things and just whamming the opponents into the things that get broken. Like, I love doing that. That's a lot of fun. But yeah, number 8 is definitely Shadow Moses Island, for sure. Anyways, let's go on to the number 7 spot. And at my number 7 spot, I have Delfino Plaza from Brawl. This stage makes me really want an HD remake of Super Mario Sunshine. Super Mario Sunshine is one of my favorite Mario games, and, you know, I'm still glad that this stage is returning in future Smash Brothers games. This stage looks beautiful. Like, I love all the references to Super Mario Sunshine. Like, you go through all of Delfino Plaza, and just, it looks so beautiful. Like, you can see the statue from that game, and, like, you can just go to all these locations, and I'm glad they made it into, like, a moving stage, so that you can, like, see everything. It's just definitely one of the best stages, and it sucks, too, because Mario Sunshine does not get a lot of love from people. A lot of people just tend to skip that game, and I don't understand why, because that game is amazing, and you guys should definitely play it. This stage makes me really like to go back and play it, because, like, Super Mario Sunshine is such a great game, and the fact that it is represented as a stage makes me really happy. This stage is definitely really fun to play on, and it's definitely one of those stages I would like to, you know, go on and try out. Like, Delfino Plaza is definitely a good stage, for sure. So yes, at my number 7 spot, I have Delfino Plaza. So, yeah, anyways, let's go on to my number 6 spot, and at my number 6 spot, I have Temple from Melee. They actually did a big stage right this time. So, the difference between this stage and other big stages is that there are no annoying hazards. There's no hazards that appear that, like, get in the way. I actually feel it's kind of, you know, easier to KO opponents, because I feel like the blast zones are kind of, like, you know, more closer, so that it's easier to KO opponents on this big stage. That's another plus. You know, there's not annoying, like, you know, platforms that is hard to reach. Like, this is how you do a big stage right. And honestly, I feel like the other big stages really rip off Temple, because, like, this stage is really good. And there's a reason why this stage has returned in every Smash game since Melee. It's because a lot of people really love this stage, and, you know, even competitive players really love the Temple stage. It's just, like, this stage is really fun to play on, too. Like, it's definitely my favorite Zelda stage. Like, this is one of those stages I'm always gonna go back to. Like, I love this stage, and, you know, I'm glad it returned in Ultimate. Of course it would return. Like, this is one of the best stages in Smash Brothers, and I'm pretty sure even Sakurai acknowledges that. So, I'm really glad that, you know, Temple's back, and I'm definitely gonna be trying that out in Ultimate, probably after this video, because I've been playing Ultimate every day, basically. Like, that game's so addicting. But, anyways, definitely number 6, Temple. Anyways, let's go on to the number 5 spot. And at my number 5 spot, I have Distant Planet from Brawl. Now, I know a lot of people probably wouldn't have put this stage on their list, but hey, this is my list, and this is my opinion, and personally, I'm a huge Pikmin fan. I like Pikmin. Those games are pretty addicting in my opinion, and the fact that Olimar was put in the Brawl really made me happy. And the fact that he came with a stage too was really nice. This is probably my favorite Pikmin stage, because, there's not really a whole lot of annoying hazards. Now, there's like this giant Bulborb that literally appears in the stage. Like, it appears during the stage and, like, it can eat you. Like, I love that. That is, like, definitely one of the best, stage hazards in all of Smash Brothers. Like, I love, like KO, like I love just pushing the opponents into the Bulborb's mouth. Like, that's a lot of fun. Now, there is one annoying hazard, that is the rain effects. Apparently, like, sometimes the rain will drip really hard and it'll cause, like, this huge, like, like, flood, and, like, it can push you off the stage, but it doesn't last long, so I'm not gonna hold that off. This stage is a lot of fun. It's really pretty. I love, I actually love the hazards in this stage. Like, I'm totally fine with these hazards, like, because they're not annoying. They're just there, and if you just push someone there, that's when they actually do something. But, it's just that, these hazards aren't annoying as, like, other hazards, and I love this stage. I'm glad it returned in Ultimate. I was kind of disappointed that this stage was only in the 3DS version and not in the Wii U version of Smash 4, but hey, it is what it is. But Distant Planet is definitely number 5. I love this stage, for sure. Anyways, let's go on to the number 4 spot. And at my number 4 spot, I have New Donk City Hall from Ultimate. This stage, I love it. Now, I love Super Mario Odyssey. I played it a lot. Like, I've spent so much hours on that game. And, obviously, it was inevitable. It was inevitable that they would include a stage from, from Super Mario Odyssey, because obviously that game is, like, the biggest game on the Switch besides Smash. And and the Metro Kingdom, aka New Donk City, is my favorite kingdom from Mario Odyssey. I love New Donk City, and it was obvious that they would include this as the Super Mario Odyssey stage. And the fact that it is, I love it. And I love what they did with the stage. A lot of people thought that you would probably just fight on buildings, and you would just that would all be it. But the fact that they made it a moving stage, meaning that you can go through all of New Donk City, yes, please. I love this stage, and I'm glad that they made it a traveling stage, because we can see everything. We can see like the city hall. You get, like, I love it. I love it. This is definitely my favorite stage that has been made in Ultimate. Like, this is definitely my favorite Ultimate stage that is new. But yeah, New Donk City. Definitely my number 4 spot. My jaw literally dropped when I first played this stage. Like, this was definitely the first stage I played when I got the game. Like, I love this stage. It's definitely one of my favorites, for sure. Anyways, let's go on to the number 3 spot. And at my number 3 spot is Fountain of Dreams from Melee. This stage, I know I said a lot of stages are beautiful and pretty, but this is the most beautiful stage in all of Smash Brothers. I love this stage just for the simple fact of how just gorgeous it looks. Like, especially in Ultimate, like, I felt like this stage looked really good in Melee, and that is like 480p. In Ultimate, it looks like 10 times better than it already did, and like, like, for a moment, I literally just stopped fighting and literally just looked at the background of Fountain of Dreams. You know, it just looked so beautiful. Now, some people might say, oh, it's too boring, you know, it's just a Battlefield, Kirby stage. And yes, you're right, but you know, the good thing about it though is that there's no annoying hazards or anything like that. You can enjoy the stage, you can look at the beautiful background, and it just looks so beautiful. Like, this stage, I just put it up this high just for the simple fact that it's beautiful. Not only that, but this stage is actually a lot of fun to play on. I know a lot of people don't really care, like, for, like, the casual player perspective, really don't care about Final Destination or Battlefield forums. But I feel like this is an exception because, like, just because of how gorgeous it is, and I feel like this stage is actually really fun, and, you know, it does give me a lot of memories from Melee. This stage is just a nostalgia trip. It's really gorgeous. I love this stage. I'm glad it returned in Ultimate. I feel like it was long overdue for, you know, this stage to return, and I'm honestly surprised it did not return in the other Smash games. This stage is, I love it. I love this stage, and it's definitely my favorite stage from Melee, for sure. Anyways, let's go on to the number 2 spot. And at my number 2 spot, I have WarioWare from Brawl. Now, this stage is actually really fun. This stage is probably the most fun stage. Actually, no, number 1 takes that spot. But I feel like this is probably the second most fun stage in all of Smash Brothers. Basically, if you guys have played the WarioWare games, it's basically like mini-game compilations. Like, there's, like, micro games. And, you know, you play them, and, like, you have to, like, go for, like, the biggest record, and, like, you know, you have to, like, complete it pretty fast, and, like, get faster every time. It's, like, I love WarioWare. You know, I actually own WarioWare DIY, which lets me create my own WarioWare minigames, and it's a lot of fun. I'm gonna say it right now. WarioWare DIY is a lot of fun, as well as the other WarioWare games. Like, that's basically, like, the whole point of, you know, those games. And what they did with this stage is brilliant. What they did with this stage is brilliant. So basically, what it looks like to be a generic, you know, stage, turns out to not be the case. This stage is a lot of fun, because, like the WarioWare games, you'll be sent to, you know, these, like, this door will open, and, you know, it will open, like, this random mini game, and, like, you can, like, some of the mini games is, like, you have to taunt, or you have to, like, dodge the, you know, things, or, like, break something. Like, I love this stage. Like, sometimes, you know, I won't even fight sometimes. I'll just play this stage just to do, like, the micro games. Like, it's a lot of fun to do, and, like, it really makes me feel like I'm playing a WarioWare game instead of a Smash game, and that's what I really like about that, because, you know, this stage is a lot of fun. It's definitely one of the most funnest stages I've ever played in any Smash game. Like, I just love the mini games that you can just randomly play during the stage, and, like, I always, you know, like, whenever we're doing a mini game, it's just like I'll participate in the mini games. Like, I love doing the micro games that appear during the middle of the match. Like, I sure it may be getting in the way of, you know, smashing and stuff, but hey, it's a lot of fun to do. And if you do the micro games, and you accurately do it, like, you know, you win the micro games, like, you get, like, a special power up. Like, in Ultimate, you can turn metal, you can, like, you know, you can turn giant, or you can just turn, like, invincible. Like, I really like that. That is, like, a clever touch. So I'm really glad that, you know, this stage has returned in Ultimate, because, you know, this stage is a lot of fun. I think this stage should return in all future Smash games. Like, I have a lot of fun playing this stage, and, you know, I recommend playing this stage if you are a casual player, for sure. Anyways, let's go on to the number 1 spot. And at my number 1 spot, I have Luigi's Mansion from Brawl. Now, I don't like this stage because, you know, I like Luigi, because obviously I love Luigi, but this stage is a lot of fun, and it's very funny, and, you know, I really love, okay, first of all, I really love the design of this stage. I think it looks amazing, because I love Luigi's Mansion. You know, I've played, you know, the GameCube version, and I'm planning on picking up the 3DS remake, and I've also played Dark Moon, even though this isn't the version of Luigi's Mansion, it's from the original. I love the atmosphere. I love looking at the stage, and I'm glad it got represented as a stage. Now, I like how you can enter the mansion. That is a really cool touch, and something that's really funny about this stage is that you can literally break the pedestals that hold the mansion up, and you can, like, break it in half, and, like, the mansion will just fall over. Like, I love that. That's hilarious. And this stage is just really fun, because I just love just seeing all the stuff that they put into the stage. Like, I love Luigi's Mansion. Like, it's definitely one of my favorite video games of all time, and, you know, the fact that it was represented in this game at all is really amazing, and I love just going in the mansion and just KOing people in there, like, and this is coming from a Luigi's Mansion, you know, fanboy perspective, is just that I love Luigi's Mansion, and I love this stage, and you just seeing how much detail they put into this stage really just makes me warm inside, because I just love how much detail they put into this stage, and it really makes me happy, you know, how much time they spent with it, and, you know, they really went all out with this stage, and I'm glad that, you know, it's been returning in every Smash game, because I'm pretty sure, you know, Sakurai is pretty proud of this stage, as well as his other stages that he's made return. Like, this stage is, without a doubt, my favorite Smash Brothers stage. It's just so fun, it's beautiful, it's pretty funny to break the pedestals. Like, this is definitely my favorite stage in all of Smash Brothers, and I'm glad it's back in Ultimates, because I can just play it more and just, you know, break the mansion. It's just hilarious. So yes, my #1 spot is definitely Luigi's Mansion, for sure. Anyways, so yeah, that is my best Super Smash Brothers stages. So anyways, what are your guys' opinions? Do you agree with this list? And what are your opinions of the best Super Smash Brothers stages? Let me know in the comments down below, and I would love to hear it. Anyways, this has been Enigma, and peace. See you next time.